Metropolitan Planning Council is unique in being an independent organization. Because of that, we're trusted. We've been around for a long time. Our information is sound, reliable. We convene people. We're a connector of ideas and people to get things done.
Their function as a civic watchdog for what the government agencies are doing and planning to do, and is, I think, their most important field, and they've done a good job at it.
Each area within the U.S., I think, needs to maintain a thriving community, and you do it by planning and holding government accountable. And I think the MPC is good at doing that.
It moves based upon what its board, in the interests of citizens and their neighbors and their fellow workers, thinks is needed in the community. And it's been able to do that now for 75 years. One subject after another, as they all relate to each other. And I think that's very unusual.
Through 75 years of great growth and change, the Metropolitan Planning Council has worked to develop a region that provides opportunity for all citizens. Dorothy Rubel, Executive Director for 32 years, was there almost from the beginning.
During World War II and the Depression, housing conditions in Chicago became unlivable, and we were a volunteer organization and were very concerned about the condition of tenements on a large scale. It was a question of trying to get to the root of the problem, and that meant getting legislation to create places to live for people of low income and all races.
There are examples from our history of ideas that were tested out in Chicago that went on to influence national housing legislation, and that tradition continues today.
As Chicago grew rapidly, the council advocated not only for better housing conditions, but also improved transportation and land use. Major efforts included pushing to keep Chicago's lakefront public and free of private development. During this period, the council also began advocating for change on a regional level.
In the mid-'80s, there were a group of us at the council who very much thought that we should get away from the division between the city and the suburbs and think about the region as a whole. All sorts of ideas came out of those meetings that got incorporated into the ongoing work of the CTA and the RTA and the State Department of Transportation. And to my mind, that's one of the great possibilities for an organization like MPC, is generating ideas and then not implementing themselves, but getting them into the mainstream intellectually.
Today, the council continues its work to make the region environmentally sustainable, coordinating at the state, regional, and local levels in infrastructure development, housing, and job growth.
MPC has been extremely helpful in facilitating our creation of a collaboration around housing issues and how we can help put housing and residential needs on the map along with economic development and commercial development so that we can think about planning in a more holistic way.
The council promotes a socially equitable region where residents have access to everything they need to lead healthy, happy lives. The council helped Sandra Young and her neighbors improve the community around Oakwood Shores, a mixed-income residence that replaced the Chicago Housing Authority's Ida B. Wells homes.
Well, I love living in my house because it shows my growth through this plan for transformation process. And because this is one of the dreams. I've always wanted to be a homeowner.
Edna Williams Foreman was able to buy her first home through the Employer-Assisted Housing Program, a council collaborative.
You hear people talk about America and their little piece of land. I wanted to just immediately go and buy a white picket fence and just put it all around here. It's a life-changing opportunity for people who otherwise would not have the opportunity or it would take them years before they could save enough money to be able to qualify for a home.
The council strives for a competitive region with long-term economic vitality. The council brought together business and community development leaders to promote and brand the Argyle Business District, a thriving Pan-Asian retail strip in Chicago.
The things that came out of the panel were things that I saw in other areas, other neighborhoods, other countries that I thought were all great ideas. If there's noise in the restaurant, it means that there are people in here, they're eating, they're enjoying themselves. We're contributing to their memories, to their joy, to their satisfaction. We're also helping the community by saying, we're here, come in.
Our vision for the future of Chicago is that it continue to be a prosperous region that offers people what they want in a place where they want to stay. We want Chicago to be globally competitive off into the future, make life better for everyone here.
There's no doubt that the council has a bright future. Take it from someone who knows her history. She's seen Chicago take shape over the past 105 years.
More power to the council. That's what my message is. And I'm just thrilled to be able to see that what I had hoped would happen when I left was that the council would grow with the city. Things are getting better and better. So I think the best is yet to come.